Hi guys, welcome to my video. I wanted to do something a little fun and different today. I had just finished a painting. Actually, it was just like a painting for fun using some prompts. Here it is. The prompts were Van Gogh, paperclip, and bee. Completely random. So I did Van Gogh sunflower here. I have my little bee, and then my paper clips are just these sort of abstract elements in the background. Anyway, I just finished this and I thought, palettes are really beautiful. As a watercolor artist, and this doesn't apply for acrylic and things like that dry hard and are unreusable. But for watercolor, you can just leave the color in your palettes and re-wet it and use it later. And so I have a lot of palettes because of that. I will just go and like sift through some of my old palettes to find colors that I want without having to remix, especially if I just need a little touch of something. Anyway, so starting off with this one, which is the palette that I was just using for the sunflower and bee painting. And you can see I love how it's just very, it's just obvious that that palette goes with that painting. I always think it should have be part of the painting is a picture of the palette that goes along with it. Wouldn't that be fun? That would be fun. I need to do that. That would be fun. But of course that would mean making a new palette for each painting, which is what I usually don't do. Anyway, another idea, another time. But then I have also different palettes for different things. Like this one is actually the palette that I use when I do larger paintings because they're much larger wells, so they hold a lot of color, especially, pardon me, when I'm doing the background colors. Because I need a lot of color. I don't want to have to remix it and possibly not get the exact same color. So I mix a lot of it at a time. So that's what this one is really, really good for. And I don't use it as often because of that. This one is actually fun because it is, this is actually gouache. So I got some gouache recently and I've been playing. I still really suck at it, so I'm still just playing. And one of the things is why it looks so vibrant on this is it's more opaque than watercolor, so it's really hard to get used to that difference. But it looks really beautiful on the palette. This was actually one palette I used, and the painting I did last was lemons with a little bit of branches and leaves, and then a black background because I wanted to see that. One of the reasons that gouache appeals to me is I can have that really opaque black dark background. Anyway, so that's what this palette is, really beautiful. And I love to use these ceramic palettes because they just wash off so easily. And I mean, I guess the plastic washes off fairly easy, but they stain a lot of times too, and they tend to bead up. The water will bead up, and these ceramic ones don't do that. So much, much nicer. And then here's my stack of my little flower palettes. And I haven't been using these as often because I've been using this flat palette. I've been doing a bit of smaller work recently, and this flat one will work well for that. But I do love these little flower palettes, and a lot of times I will use one of these per painting. Now, I wish I could remember what paintings I did with these because, again, I'd love to pull them out and put it side by side, but I don't even remember. But a lot of times, there'll be some repeated colors in some of them, but a lot of times I really like to try and reuse the colors that are in there. So I have some blues, these yellows that are really gorgeous. I think this is probably has some Quinn Gold in it. It was one of my favorite colors. Oh, look at this blue. Oh, that is just a gorgeous blue. I love, love, love that. And then lots of browns and blacks. Wow, I wish I remember what I painted with that. Now this one's kind of random. I have some pinks, gold color, brown. I don't know what it is, but look at all those beautiful colors. Palettes are almost like little works of art in their own right. This one actually, this has like a shiny, watercolor usually doesn't dry that shiny, so I'm a little worried that maybe I used some inks in there and forgot and left it in there. Inks, acrylics, things like that won't. Well, acrylic will actually come out fairly easy. You just have to let it soak. Inks are harder to get out, so I need to figure out what that is. But again, it's funny because I didn't think that I used a lot of blue, but apparently I use a lot of blue. Blues and golds and blacks. And then this is look at how colorful that palette is. This is way out of my normal range in these pinks and fuchsias and reds, and there's like a deep, deep purple. It's kind of hard to tell, but that is actually like a royal purple. And then black and some blue. And the gold in the middle. This is a very colorful palette. Anyway, that is it. I just wanted to do a little, what do you call it, palette tour, just for fun. Thank you for watching, and yeah, maybe I'll try to do some side-by-sides when I have the palettes along with the paintings, because that's actually really, really cool to do. Anyway, thanks for watching, and remember to give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next video. Have a great day. Bye-bye.